Welcome to the Amy Holmes edition of the Women of the Blaze. I want to start with something really important, possibly one of the more important things in your life.
Okay, I'm ready.
In the year 2000, you were number 41 on People Magazine's Most Beautiful People list. Do tell.
It was a long time ago, obviously.
Can I just say that I've always wanted to be on that list?
Well, I think they were looking to fill the Washingtonian quota, so I got snuck in there.
No, you're beautiful.
Well, thank you very much. I will say, you know what, I never actually bought a copy of the magazine because I was like so embarrassed and just felt very self-conscious, but my mother has a stack of them in a box at home.
You were an economics major at Princeton.
I was.
But you said that economics was not your first choice as a major.
No, it wasn't actually. I was really drawn to comparative literature.
A comparative literature degree is not exactly practical.
It isn't, but you know, looking back, I think that college is a place to expand yourself intellectually, and as we know in journalism, the world is your classroom, so you don't stop learning after college.
So how did you end up at Princeton?
To be honest with you, Princeton was my lifelong dream because of all of those movies from the 80s. Like all the cute guys in those movies always were going to Princeton. Do you remember those movies?
Remember them? Yeah, I think I had a poster of Rob Lowe and I'm still in love with him. So you classify yourself as an independent conservative. I had to look that up. Basically, it's a conservative without a formal affiliation. Is that right?
That's right. So I'm a registered independent. And contrary to the Wikipedia page on me, which I have nothing to do with, I've never been a registered Republican. I did work for a Republican, this former Senate Majority Leader Bill Frist from Tennessee, but that was the one and only time I ever worked in partisan electoral politics. I like to think that I vote for the candidate whom I most respect, both in terms of their political outlook, their experience, their personal character, and that's the person who gets my vote.
You have a lot of experience going on other networks and talking politics. What do you like about it?
I often tell people that politics is my sport, and that you can memorize the players, know all the stats, have a pretty good, understanding of how the game is played, but it's a new game every Sunday, and you never know what could change in the next 24 hours.
Isn't it nice that you can do topics that interest you?
I'm so grateful that Glenn gives us such freedom that I get to pick topics that interest me and hopefully also interest our viewers.
We all have had our fair share of embarrassing moments in life. Why don't you share one of yours with us?
It was years ago, and a friend of mine who had just joined JDate, that's a dating website for Jewish people, told me, Amy, you totally need to get on this JDate thing. Like, everybody gets married from JDate, just go and do it. I'm like, but I'm not Jewish. She's like, it doesn't matter, just do it. So I posted my picture on JDate, filled out the little questionnaire, and waited patiently, and no one clicked on my picture, like nothing, and I couldn't figure it out. And then all of a sudden I noticed that I posted a picture of myself in front of the family Christmas tree.
What is your motto, if you have one?
It comes from Auntie Mame, and it's, life is a buffet and most suckers are starving to death.
That's a great one, and I love
the
fact that you had your motto already.
I was like, I know what it is.
What a pleasure talking to you
Likewise.
today in our very first edition of Women of the Blaze.